Sir, like log shipping, see one of we have seen log shipping is one of a database level high availability feature supported by SQL Server. Database level means whatever the changes are made in a particular database present in production server, same changes we are maintaining in what standby server as it is. It's extra copy, just nothing is there. Just remember, like why? Because tomorrow if production server fail, okay, or you want to upgrade something, or you want to apply some service packs or anything in the production box, we can make the secondary server as a production server. Then you can work here, so that to avoid the downtime for the end users. Just to say like how the log shipping is working. See, first what I will do, I will take full backup from primary server, restore into secondary server, means you will get everything up to that time. Later what I want to apply the changes. Whatever the changes are made in production server, I want to apply into what? Secondary server. See, changes we can apply through differential backup or transaction log backups, which is better? Transaction log backups. Let's say 8:30 I will take log backup, restore into secondary server, we'll get up to 8:30. Next one 9 o'clock log backup, restore into secondary server, up to 9 o'clock we'll get. Just remember, basically log shipping is working with help of log backups. Just okay, log backups are generated in which server? Production server, primary server. They are copied into secondary server, they are restored in the secondary database. Once the backup is restored into secondary database, we can see the changes in the secondary server. That's why very simple high availability feature, where we don't no need any high-end servers or anything. With basic machines we can configure. So absolutely, like it is simple method of keeping entire database in different server. Transaction log backups are generated in primary server. How it is working? See, already we have seen primary server on schedule basis for every half an hour or for every 15 minutes something. Absolutely, like how the log shipping is working. Transaction log backups are generated what? On a schedule basis in which server? Primary server. So that's what, remember, like in primary server we are taking log backup into some backup server, separate box. From there that log backups are copied into secondary server, then they are restored into database. Just remember, especially basically log shipping works with the help of three jobs. Backup, copy, restore. Automatically these jobs are created. See, backup job is created in which server? Primary server. Copy and restore are created in secondary server. Just suppose say I will configure log shipping on 3 databases. How many backup jobs? 3 backup jobs or only 1 backup job? 3 backup jobs. Why? Because log shipping is what? Database level feature, not server level. Separate. 3 copy jobs, 3 restore jobs, separate. That is how the log shipping is working. Internally, 3 jobs are created automatically. Observe here. It works with backup, copy and restore jobs. Generally, we need 3 servers, he is saying. See, primary server, which is our production server, secondary server, which is our standby server, and monitor server, which is optional server. Absolutely, like in primary server, see, database is there in online state where the users are working. In secondary server, see, we can put either in standby state. If want a report generation from secondary server, report generations, then you can put in what? Standby state, or in restoring state. Already we have seen, if it is there in restoring state, no reading, no writing are allowed. No reading, no writing. But it can maintain both committed as well as uncommitted transactions. Then, see, in secondary server, see, transaction log backups are applied either with no recovery if the database is there in restoring mode, or with the standby, if the database is there in standby mode. Okay, then so after say like we can have multiple secondary servers also, he is saying multiple if want, minimum one secondary server, if want multiple also we can maintain multiple secondary servers, optional. Then observe like advantages are that see offloading report activity means reports generation can be done from production server or separate box standby server, we can allow generating reports, manipulations we can allow in the production server. In the same way see database availability, if the whenever the database is failed in primary server, in less time we can make the database available to the users. Just remember, in log shipping, see there is no automatic failover. Means if primary server fail, immediately secondary server will not become online. We have to make manually online. Thus the downtime is there. Very less downtime, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes or 15 minutes like this maximum. Downtime is there in log shipping. Very less downtime. Compulsory downtime is there or not in log shipping? Compulsory downtime is there. Log shipping doesn't support automatic failover. Automatic means automatically our secondary server will not become production server. We have to make it manually.
So the monitoring is done. If any transaction happens, so we need to restore again this transaction.
Yes, we have to take compulsory tail log backup first. We have to apply, we have to make manually online. Even the monitored server is there is no automatic failover. Monitor server is only to check the backup, copy, restore details. Same. Observe here, backup details are there in which server? Production server. Copy, restore details are there in secondary server. Instead of connecting to secondary server, we can check in the monitor server itself. Monitor server is there. In the same way, see easy upgradation.
Sir, actually what is meant by monitor?
Monitor server is to only monitor backup, copy, restore details. What is the last backup? What is the last copy? What is the last restored? Jobs are running or not?
These things is present in the main production server.
Production server is a backup job. Backup you can see in production server. Copy, restore details we have to see in the secondary server. We can manually go to a secondary server, but if 10 secondary servers are there, instead of going to each and every secondary server, better to use monitor server. If only one secondary server is there, no need of monitor server.
So in monitor server we can maintain any number of servers.
Any number of?
Servers details.
No, any server. All the server details are there. All the secondary servers information is there in monitor server. Yes. So absolutely like upgradation becomes easy, he is saying. Why? Because already database is there in secondary server. Just we have to upgrade software upgrade. No need to take backup, restore again. These are the major benefits are there with log shipping process, he is saying. Log shipping. Then, how it is working here, architecture. Already we have seen, let's say this is our production server, first server, see primary server this is, where the database is online, where the users are connected. This is my secondary servers here. This is monitor server which is optional. And see one backup server also we are maintaining. See backup job is created in production server. It is writing the backups periodically for every half an hour or 1 hour into backup server periodically on a schedule basis. It is taking backup of database or backup of log.
Backup of
Log backup job, not full backup or differential backup. Log backups are generated periodically into this folder. Then from there, that folder copy job will copy paste the file here, copy paste backup file. From that folder, restore job will apply the changes into database. 3 jobs. Thus a backup job is created in production server, copy and restore are created in secondary server. The server, like basically to configure log shipping we need 2 folders. See, One is for backups, one is for copy. Backup folder is there in backup server or in primary server itself if you are not using backup server. Copy folder is there in secondary server. Just let us see how the log shipping is working. Observe backup job performs actually two activities. One is writing backups periodically into backup folder and deleting old backups. Old backups. Why? Because for every half an hour it is writing backups, daily 48 backup files. Okay, after 1 month, how many backup files? That's why backup job will delete old backup files. By default, time is 72 hours. After 72 hours, it will clear that old files which are generated before 72 hours. It will delete that files from which folder? Backup folder. Copy job also performs two activities. One is copying the files from backup folder to copy folder and deleting old files from which folder? Copy folder. It will remove old files from the copy folder after 72 hours default time. Just. But restore job can perform only one activity, restoring the backups. Just. Thus, generally in the interview they will ask, can you configure or can you create backup, copy, restore jobs manually? If you say yes, he will ask, you will write backup database command in the job or backup log command in the job. Which command? Backup database or backup log command? Why? Because backup job should take which backup? Log backup. Okay, you will write backup log database name to disk is equal to something. But to delete old files after 72 hours, how you will write the logic? That is the reason, remember, these jobs, if you open these jobs, there is no backup database command, there is no backup log command. These jobs are calling one exe file, SQL logship.exe file. In that exe file, Microsoft has written the logic how to take backup as well as how to delete old backups. See, just that exe file, for that exe file, parameters are passed: backup, copy, restore, parameters in different jobs. All the three jobs, remember, calls the same exe file, SQL logship.exe file, which is there in bin folder. Observe, maybe I think I have configured log shipping previously. Just I will check. One job is there, see, backup job. Means this is production server or secondary server? Primary server, backup jobs here. Log shipping backup job for which database? Northwind database. If you double click here, see, steps, edit. What step it has written, see, automatically it is calling the exe file. Let's remember there is no backup database command, there is no backup log command. All the jobs are calling the same exe file, but parameters are passive: backup, copy, restore, something like this. Parameters just. Then after that, see, like that is like three jobs are there. See, basic jobs are there. One alert job is also created actually, which is created basically in the monitor server. If there is no monitor server, it is created in both the servers. Alert job only one time, per instance one time. But how many backup jobs? Suppose on 3 databases I am configuring log shipping. How many backup jobs? 3 backup jobs. This alert is instance level. Backup, copy, restore jobs are database level. Okay, separate jobs here. And see, like in the same way, like here, see, like this is see how the log shipping process is working. Just production server is there, users are connected where the database is online state, where backup job is created. In secondary server, see, 2 jobs are created: copy and restore jobs. 2 jobs. Here in secondary server, database must be either in standby mode if you want to allow reading, or restoring mode restoring . But see, like when we have to use standby, when we have to use restoring. If you want to allow report generation from secondary server, we have to put the database in what? Standby mode. Report generations. Manipulations in primary server, only data retrieval from secondary server. Suppose let's say my production server is of 2005 version, production server. Standby server or secondary server is of 2008 version. Log shipping is allowed or not? Primary is lower version, secondary is higher version. Lower to higher, backups can be restored or not. Lower to higher can be restored. Log shipping works fine. But whenever you are maintaining lower to higher, remember, in secondary server, database we can restore with the standby or with no recovery. Lower to higher, only with no recovery. That's why you can't maintain database in standby mode. If lower to higher, if both the versions are same, generally they will be same. While upgrading, only this situation will happen. Upgradation process time, lower to higher. 2005, 2005, 2008, 2008. In that scenario, see, you can put in any state, either standby state or restoring state. But whenever it is lower to higher, compulsory in which state database is there in secondary server, which state? Restoring state, restoring . No standby state. Lower to higher. See here, like same version, see, either standby or restoring, same version. 2008 to 2008 R2 means lower to higher, compulsory in restoring only. Why? Because already we have discussed in restoration also, it doesn't supports with the standby, lower to higher.
Sir, we have to up the in 2008 up to standby to primary means it won't allow log shipping.
Yes, yes, correct. If failure happens here in this scenario, failure happens. 2008 R2 has become what? Primary. 2008 has become what? Secondary. Log shipping will not work. Means log backups are generated successfully, copy is done successfully, restore will fail.
So even though they have a
Compatibility level is same, 10, but their backup versions are different.
Build number will be different.
Yes, yes.
Then what is the situation?
Compulsory you have to upgrade the secondary server, then only log shipping will continue.
If
Higher
don't
to
have
lower.
That much downtime is.
No downtime, ni users are working here. Already users are working here. In secondary server has become primary, users are working already. Meanwhile, you upgrade this, then you make this as a secondary server. Absolutely, like log shipping jobs, already we have seen 3 jobs: backup, copy, restore job. One more job is there, alert job, which is monitoring that other 3 jobs, just monitoring. If any job fail, that alert job will fail. Just. Already we have seen this one, backup job, how it is working. Copy job, we have seen how it is working. Restore job, see how it is working. Alert job. And see what are the prerequisites are there, see, to configure log shipping. Very simple prerequisites are there. One is the database must be either in full or bulk log recovery model. We have seen already in simple recovery model, log backups are not allowed, log shipping cannot be implemented. And see, like both the primary and secondary server must have same collation settings, case sensitivity settings. Already we have seen server level means CI, EAS, CES something is there, no? Case insensitive, case sensitive something. Then see, both the instances should be running on domain account. If you want to configure log shipping in 2 different boxes, then both should be running on domain account. We'll see first in the same machine 2 instances. Later we'll see in 2 different machines log shipping configuration. And see, log shipping can be configured with see either of these editions. Enterprise edition, standard, work group, web, all these editions supports log shipping. For example, see, primary server has enterprise edition, secondary server has standard edition, log shipping works or not? Works actually, but some restrictions are there. We'll see. It works. It basically will maintain same enterprise, not mandatory, but generally will maintain same editions. Next one, see like two folders should be created. Already we have seen one is for backups, one is for copy. Backup folder should be created in which server? Primary server or backup server. On that folder, remember, we have to grant read-write permissions to which account? Primary or secondary server account? Read-write permissions, primary. Why? Because backup job is running in primary server, it will go to that folder, it will write the backup. That's why read permission to secondary server. Copy job is coming from secondary server to copy paste just. It will not perform any deletion, anything, copy paste. That's why read permission to secondary server. On copy folder, remember, read write permission on copy folder, read write permissions to which server? Secondary server. Observe that permissions are important for this. Backup folder, see read write permission to primary server, read to secondary. Copy folder, see read write permission to secondary server. These are, see, like very simple steps are there. What are the steps are there to configure? Observe here. First step already we have discussed. We'll take full backup, we'll restore. First step. Second step is what? We have to configure how many jobs? 3 jobs. Automatically 2 alerts are also created automatically. 2 alerts automatically. And if you have used any monitor server in primary as well as secondary server, linked servers are created which are linking to monitor server. Observe here. First step, see, create folders and grant permissions, take full backup and restore in secondary server, configure log shipping. Configuring log shipping means creating jobs, creation of jobs, creation of alerts and creation of link server. Just with Wizard we can do all these things, no need to perform anything manually. See, very simple steps are there, see, to configure log shipping, basic steps. We'll see this configuring log shipping, we'll see. After that, we'll see monitoring log shipping. First we have to configure, then we have to see monitoring and troubleshooting, we have to see next. Monitoring and troubleshooting. But before that, see, like I think page number 4 or 5. 4 architecture is it. Note down this architecture.